Hello everybody, this is part 2 of our Lamley sneak peek showcase. All Hot Wheels in both parts. In part 1 we showed you the store exclusives, upcoming Walmart and Target exclusives, as well as some super treasure hunts. Today, all new models. In fact, I'm going to kill two birds with one stone. I've got this case. Just a couple weeks ago, this was full of all the 2022 new models. They are put away. It's now time to fill it up with 2023 new models. So I'm going to catch up, and as we go, there's stuff that's already been out for a while. We're going to open those up. I even have some of the store exclusives. We got to open those up because there are also new models that are going to be in this set. So we're going to put those in. And as we go, we're going to start getting to some models that are not out yet. And even beyond that, I have some models that aren't even in the package yet that are FEPs. You can see the code there that were sent by Mattel. Now, you've already seen this casting. That's just a new color. I've got some new castings, and we're going to finish off with brand new wheels. We did this last year when we showed you the 3 spokes from the Maxima wagon. Those 3 spokes are showing up now. I've got new wheels for you, so we're going to finish off the video with that. All right, I'm going to move down just a little bit. Let's get to it. Doing some catching up here. This is the Ford Escort RS 2000. Haven't even opened it yet. We actually did a sneak peek on this one last year, right? When Mattel sent it to me. So we're just catching up. In fact, here, let's just do it this way. And, you know, we just go. So I can have these for the Lamley Awards. I like to put them to the side. I mean, I can just show it to you for a second, right? We got to put it on the turntable, so we'll do that. So that is the first one. Now, I like to do them by recolor, so if we have a recolor, we're going to add it. I think there is another recolor coming, but for now, this is what I've got. This is the Target Red Edition. I don't know if this will come out first or the recolor of the Escort. This is going to be in the C case. So I'm assuming we're going to see the Red Edition first. Blank roundel on that one. This one has the word red in it, as I think I've shown you before. A little dark, I'm sorry, but let's go ahead and open this one up. I promised that I would open it in the last video, so we're going to do that. Mattel sent this to me, that's why I have it, because it's, like I said, it's not out yet. Here we go. Let's put it on the turntable. I would have done the last one, but we didn't have it to put it on the turntable, so you can see it. Same casting, same mismatch wheels. What else? Same deco, right? Except with the word red. You've got the word red in it. Gold rims on this one. Looks really nice and black. Got the license plate on the back too. Everything about this one I think is super, super cool. Kind of adjusting the light here for a second. So this one will go, whenever the recolors, they go with the first edition. So that will go up there if there's a recolor. Even if that comes out at the end of the year, that will go in that slot. All right, next one. Nissan Patrol Custom. We saw this one. This was another sneak peek we did last year. That's already out. You guys have it. We've seen enough of it, but I gotta stay up to date on the new models. If I don't, then we're out of luck for the Lamley Awards. So let's give this just a quick little turn on the turntable. For now, Nissan Patrol. Cool that they're doing these SUVs. The Japanese model on this, K&N. Very, very nice. Hill Climb Race Team. Just a really, really cool casting. Has DEMA written all over it. So this one goes right here, and I showed you very briefly, so let's put this one on the turntable. It's recolor. In blue, don't know, like, when I get these, like I said, with the FEPs with the codes on them, all I know is that what they are, meaning, is this a store exclusive? Will this be like it won't be obviously a Red Edition or a Zamac, but could it be a Kroger exclusive or just a standard recolor? I don't know. We'll find out over time. But right now you just know that some way, somehow, this blue version is going to come out and will be a companion to the original tan version. Whether we have other colors or not, we will find out. But they go right there. All right, another one that's a new model that everyone has seen of late, came in the B case, is the Volvo P1800 Gasser, the Legends car. We've seen it over, I think it was even teased last year, but I do need to add it to the collection of new models. So let's go ahead and do it. Really cool casting. I do hope, I mean, Hot Wheels has done, or Matchbox did the P1800. I'd like to see a wagon get done. So maybe Hot Wheels, now that they've done the Gasser version of the coupe, maybe they'll do a standard wagon, or Matchbox will do one. So that one goes right there. If I'm forgetting any, you guys can let me know. I don't know if I am. with the new models, but we're really focused on the sneak peek. So you're just kind of getting through these, right? You did get a sneak peek with the recolor. How about this one? Tesla Model Y. This is also in the B case. And then we'll get into the C case models here shortly. Tesla Model Y in white. If I see a Tesla Model Y, it seems like half of them are in white with black rims. So an appropriate beginning to this car. Let's go ahead and open it up. I feel like I'm missing some, but I don't know. It didn't seem like there's a lot in the A case, and the B case was this Tesla and the Volvo. This Tesla looks really nice. It's super clean. It does have some racing highlights to it, meaning like it has a larger spoiler than I think the stock Tesla Y has, but it is a very clean casting. All right, that one goes right there. And if you remember from part one, we do have a recolor. It is also a red edition. The red editions are killing with the new models. So here we go, in kind of a satin red. What would you say, candy apple red? Red editions are always have some hint of red. Black, white, but there's going to be red somewhere. So let's get this one opened and added to the collection. Here it is, also with black 10-spoke rims. Seems to make perfect sense here. Black interior. The other one had a tan interior, it looks like. So this one gets the black interior. Whether or not we see recolor this one, I like it clean like this. These will stay in the collection. Obviously, this goes to the red edition collections too. So when I do open this in the red editions case, I'll add one to the red editions collection too. But it goes in the new models as well. So there we are. All right, now let's get to, well, let's see, there's one other one. Also from the C case. Now I know there's been D and maybe even E case unboxings already. So there's new models there that are already out that I know haven't, that I'm not going to add here. Because I don't have them yet. When I do the unboxings, we'll add them. But this is the Rimac Nevada. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I've been wanting to open this thing up because it's just a gorgeous casting. Really, really well done. So let's open it up. Part of the Green Speed set. So this is clearly, I think, an EV. Really nice silhouette, and it's really well done. I like how they've added, they've used the base, the chassis to kind of wrap around to show some brakes, and they've actually, the interior escapes out the side and the front. So this is brilliant. In terms of just design itself, how they've been able to create these brakes, it's just amazing. Like it even pops up in the windshield, in front of the windshield. I mean, this is a basic model that has all the brakes of a premium. And the fact that they're being able to do this and pull these using the interior and the windows and everything to create headlights and bumpers and even grills, front grills, and now to the side with these intakes and everything, amazing. So this is a casting. I mean, I think in terms of just execution, that may be one of your top models right there. So that one goes right there. All right, let's get to the carded sneaks. We're gonna skip ahead, and then we'll go to the later sneaks. All right, this is the first one. This is the Audi 90 Quattro. I've shown this on Instagram. We actually did a sneak peek of the prototype of this casting. Now we get to open it up. This is in the D case. So we've done the C. I think this was this pulled from a D case unboxing? Maybe it has been, and maybe you guys have seen it. I haven't, so it's time to open it up. There's your artwork, which looks super, super cool. Seeing this car done, this got a lot of people excited. That they've done this, and a lot of comments. So I hope this goes premium. I hope it does too. Whether or not it will, I don't know. It seems like a logical candidate, doesn't it? But let's have a look at this one. Nice to see, considering it's a $1 basic. And I say $1 basic. I understand the prices have gone up on these. I'm seeing $1.19 here in the US, $1.26. So you know what I mean by $1. I know it's not as the technical answer, but considering this is their basic version, and the limitations they have in how to produce these, it's pretty amazing that they've done this one. Really nice wraparound deco on this one. Front grille to the headlights, which, do they even exist on the 90 Quattro? I don't know if I think they were just painted on. To that wraparound deco all the way. It's really, really cool. Has the side exhaust on one side. Doesn't have the back tail lights, but considering the model it is and how they were able to do it with that wrap style, that's really well done. I think you've got to consider where it's coming, and the fact that they did this in the basic. I'd rather have the front than if it had to be the front or the back. I'm glad they did the front, right? I think that makes a lot of sense. All right, so I know we're skipping some here, but I'm going to put this here for now. The Audi right there. And let's then skip ahead to the F case. So D, I have nothing from the E, I don't think. And now we have this F case model. It is the Porsche 911 Carrera RS 2.7, the famous ducktail Porsche with the Carrera deco on the side. And if you look at this thing, there's your art. This is the same kind of thing. They've been able to create some pretty nice brakes to make a pretty amazing basic Porsche. This seems like a model that, I know they've done versions of the ducktail before, but to return to this one with how they kind of design now is really cool. All right, let's just here. I'll give you this if you want to read that. Should we open it? Let's open it. Really fun to see these and see it complete. This one has those cool classic wheels that have been moved over to basic. Looks really good here. You need to have the Carrera, you need to have the ducktail, and the fact that they've been able to put a real basic, they put the Porsche badging on the front. They've done a very simple headlight, which allows them to then do the Carrera deco on the side, which I think is really important for this model. And then the Porsche and the Carrera, even a Porsche 75th logo on the back, on the spoiler, which looks really nice as well. Again, using the window pieces to create tail lights and side markers, or like, you know, the turn markers in the front, and allows them to tampo the headlights as well. This thing is clean, it is cool, it is detailed, it is an absolute stunner, and I know a lot of people are going to be super excited about this model. Let's put it here, and let's move even further into the future. So a lot of new models I haven't seen, but you can see these, you can see what's coming up, and there's one that I'm really excited about. So let's see what I can do here. All right, first one. We've seen the first version of this one. I think this might be an E-case new model, maybe a D-case new model, but I've got the recolor of this one. It's the BMW 507. So it debuted in white, I think with these same wheels, with these Steelies. Classic, considered one of the prettiest BMWs ever made. It's got those really sleek lines, and this is the second color. I was wondering if this was a red edition, but it's not, because the word red is nowhere to be found on it. I guess I could be wrong here, but I do think this is just a standard recolor done in red with the Steelies. I had the white one when I did the first one, but I returned that to Mattel, so I don't have anything to compare it to. So you can just take a look at this one in red. I like the white. The red's nice as well. Kind of a bright red. Makes a ton of sense. And there you go. Like where this fits, I don't know, because the E or the white one is in either the D or the E case, I believe. Maybe the F. But that one's coming up in the future. All right. I'm looking at what I've got here. How about a motorcycle? You guys want to see a motorcycle? It's a Honda, and I don't know what else to say about it because I don't know what it is. I don't know my motorcycles. I actually tried to look this up. So you motorcycle people are going to have to tell me what it is. It says Honda on the side. I'm not going to put this on the turntable, so let me make sure the lighting is good here. It says Honda on the side, but I don't see anything else. And I don't know if these wheels are new either. I just, like when they send me what they send me, these wheels look really nice too. Kind of a better tire. But I don't see anything that tells me what it is. If we go really close. Honda something Sport. Super Sport? Is that what this is? Is that what a Honda Super Sport? It doesn't say on the base. So maybe that's what it is. But it does look nice. It has a really nice silhouette. I don't add these to the Lamley Awards, nor do I collect them because they're just, you know, so out of scale versus the cars. But on its own, that's a really nice motorcycle. And I don't know if those wheels are new, but they look really cool too. So I'll go ahead and put this like that so you can have a look at that motorcycle. And let's keep going. All right. Another new licensed model, and then we'll get to some of the upcoming stuff I think you guys will like. I think this one may have been shown at the convention, but very, very cool, very nice. We're seeing such a creative kind of stretching out. Going to Japan, this is the Mitsubishi Pajero Evolution. Little two-door Evolution, looks a little bit like a Suzuki Samurai. And here it is. Big, big hub wheels on this one, the Aero style wheels. Rally art on the side in red. Nice to see these, like, you know, we see it with the Nissan, with the Patrol, and now this, we're seeing some of these Japanese SUV, is that the right word? Or is it just these off-road style or rally style? I mean, just so you can call it what you want. Coming out is very, very cool to see. I know there's some big fans of the Mitsubishi Pajero, and now we have it. I think this is a Demon design as well. I tend to assume anything that's off-road is a Demon design, which is probably the wrong assumption, but I think that might be the case here. So there is that. I have no idea what mix it's in. R46 is the week that it was produced. I have no idea. Let's see. We can sometimes do some detective work. This Porsche R45. So it looks like the Pajero may be coming out after that. Maybe EF, maybe the GK, something like that. But the Mitsubishi Pajero is on its way. All right. One other branded one, and this is the one I'm most excited about. Super excited about this one. Super excited about this one. But all of that pales in comparison to this model that I've shown the prototype before. We saw the prototype, I think, at the convention sneak peek video we did. But here's the completed version of the 1989 Mercedes-Benz 560 SEC AMG. I said AMG, but you can say OMG. Look at this car. Sits wide, sits low, sits black, sits totally appropriate. Front grille, perfect. Back tail, perfect. The fact that it doesn't have B-pillars. Did the real car have B-pillars? I don't think it did. And so this thing just is wide open. Just a stunner of a model. I don't have anything to say about it other than this car should have been done a long time ago. Matchbox did one, but this one is so perfect. And it's big. It's big. And the car itself was big, right? I'm just going to let this go on the turntable a little bit more so you guys can just kind of take it in. What they've been doing with Mercedes, what they're doing it in premium and with basic, you can't beat this thing. You can't beat this thing. I mean, premium or basic, you can't beat that thing. All right, I'm not done yet. I'm not done. These videos can be long. Sometimes I feel like I should just break them up, but let's just go. I'm going to show you everything. All right, I'm going to finish off with the new wheels. It's on a completed model, but I have a couple of early prototypes that Mattel sent. These will go back to them. You'll see because they have like they have writing on them and all this other stuff. This is not a licensed model, but you may be familiar with this silhouette. This is the Mod Speeder. We've seen this speeder style done by Ryo Asada. So the Hot Wheels team, and I'm kind of putting this together. Now, don't pay attention to the color. Don't pay attention to the color of the chassis. Don't pay attention to the wheels. Literally, they just probably found these skull wheels and these red classic wheels and just threw them on. So don't pay attention to anything other than the casting itself. But this speeder silhouette you've seen, and now this is an updated. We saw kind of like when Rio first designed it, it was basically almost like a garage find, like a project car. Then he did a finalized version of it. Now this one moves into the future, and if I had to guess, and I didn't ask the Mattel team, but this is like what that car that once it was completed was then modified into the future to become this Mod Speeder, MOD, right? Mod Speeder. So we're seeing an evolution with this casting. Once it's done, maybe I don't have the previous versions, I don't think somewhere, but we'll try and put together that story via some pictures or something like that. But it's kind of cool that the Hot Wheels design team is furthering the narrative that Rio started with this original casting that he created. So that's going to go in this somewhere. It's not going to be a new model, and it's too big for this, so we're going to have to put it off to the side right here. All right, another brand new casting that is still in its rubber bands because it's not even finished. I'll let you look at the base. This is the Alfa Romeo GT V6 3.0. We knew this one was coming, and here it is in its, at least the casting, completed form. So it's held together by a rubber band. I'm not taking that apart. I'm just going to leave it as is and send it back to Mattel that way. But you can start seeing the details in the casting, and it is phenomenal. Looks like the Alfa Romeo is embossed into the grille. You can see the taillights, everything else done. Interior-wise, I can probably kind of pull this so you can take a look at it. It's kind of hard to see. But you can get a sense of how they've done this one. I have no idea what color it's going to be. I have no idea what wheels it's going to have on it, but you at least know what it's going to look like when it comes out. When I'll put it in the case so you can kind of see how the size compares to some of these others. I'll put it there beneath the BMW and kind of get a sense. Really nice. All right, I promise you new wheels. So let's do that. Let's finish off this video with that. I'm going to start by showing you the casting. Let's see if I can do this by covering the wheels. There it is. It is not a licensed model. This is called the Solero GT. I'm sorry for covering up that way. The Solero GT, done as like a supercar. Really kind of cool, actually, the way they've done the spoiler in the interior. Portion more of those brakes. You can see the back of it. Sorry, I don't. You guys don't need close to some of my fingers, but I'm trying to do the best I can. You ready for the wheels? You can see this. There's the logo. It has the Hot Wheels GT because this is an original supercar, and it's really well done. And when I put it on the turntable, you'll want to look at the wheels, but take a look at the casting as well. All right, you want to see them? I assume this is the casting that they're debuting on, but this is something that they've needed. So let's look at some of the wheels here, right? You got the classic wheels that moved on. You got the Aero style, which is very classic European. They can sometimes serve as classic hubs. You got the 10 spokes that have been around forever, off-road. 5 spokes, they've been around forever. The Y5 been around forever. Kind of a sports car kind of thing. The Steely's very much a classic. What has been needed? Well, I think the 10 spokes have served as a nice, sports car, low profile tire type of wheel. But they've needed to do some of those, like, not deep, but like the wheels you'd see on a Bugatti. Because sometimes you see these 10 spokes and they go a little bit, they're a little more concave. But Hot Wheels has now decided to do an exotic wheel. I don't know what it's called, but it's an exotic wheel to fit more of the modern super hypercar style of wheel. It's a lace style. You ready? You're just waiting for me, right? That's the introduction. There's your wheel. Low profile, multi-spoke wheel that sits out, right? Doesn't have that concave styling. At first I was surprised. I was like, is this a new wheel? And they said, I kind of got a smile back like, yep. So this is your new wheel. I don't know if there's going to be new wheels in 2020, more new wheels in 2023, but this one will be debuting, and I assume we will see this. Imagine this wheel on a Bugatti, a McLaren, some of these other super and hypercars that they're doing, and it starts to make perfect sense. So I'm letting this kind of go on the turntables and get a sense of the wheel, and then I'm excited. Maybe you guys can buy this one, and those that, the Solero casting is really cool too. Hopefully you're taking that in as it goes around. A lot of brakes and everything else as we talked about, but obviously I think the focus is going to be on this new wheel. So you guys tell me what you think. I think this new wheel is awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing it on licensed cars. I'm assuming that'll happen soon. And but for now, this is what you've got it on. So I'll go ahead and add this one as well to this video. There you go. Those are kind of a hodgepodge of new models coming up. We'll obviously fill in the gaps as we go, and we'll do more sneak peeks. Thank you to the Mattel team. More to come. Thanks, everybody. Bye.